Hey you guys, coming at you from my parents' balcony to make a little video because we did a mountain coaster this morning. Julie and Rachel, I know y'all did that in Haiti and had the best time. And so when we saw that this was an option here, I said, we have got to do this. Pia wanted to say hi. Thanks, good! Okay, go sit. Go. So we had fun at the mountain coaster this morning. We're about to go to the pool. I know that you guys are all busy with family too, and so I thought doing a video is going to be the best thing here. So I want us to check in after you watch this video, comment in the chat, and just kind of share some of your thoughts. Share where you were challenged. Share if you're stuck anywhere, anything like that. It is the 5th of the month. I need you to stop. It is the 5th of the month, and so that means a few things. 1, it's the 5th of the month. 2, I hope that you've already printed out your monthly build goal sheet and kind of started working through that. Y'all, I love it. Michelle called this the build snowball. I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with Dave Ramsey and how he does the debt snowball, where you really work to pay little by little, and that little turns into more and more and more. And y'all, that is what this is. It's the build snowball. It is acknowledging that there is only so much you can impact and control. There's so much in this business that is out of our control. And oftentimes we wind up spending so much of our time trying to manage the things that we can't control, that we don't spend the time doing the things that we can control. And so that is what we want to shift right now. We want to start spending more time on the things that we can impact and less time trying to micromanage or control the things that we can't really impact. And so what I want you to look at there is what are your goals and where are you spending your time? There's an element of personal responsibility here, and that is something that I've heard multiple times throughout this business, and don't really know it's something I talked about a lot before I was in network marketing, this idea of personal responsibility. But here's what that means. It means that your business is your responsibility. Your goals are your responsibility. And where this really comes into play is when people talk about you don't need an incredible upline to succeed in this. And an awesome upline can help because it can be somebody to partner with, somebody to support you, encourage you, and all those things. But it can also really hinder you in this business because it can sometimes take you longer to have personal responsibility for your business when your upline is doing so much for you. And so that's really what this is calling out in us, is that personal responsibility for my goals, that personal responsibility for you and your goals. I am not responsible, y'all, for each one of you achieving the goals that you have. Can you imagine if I were? If all 20 of you, your goals were all on my shoulders, and you said, well, I didn't hit my goals. It's because of you, Tracy, right? That would just be ludicrous. None of y'all would do that. But I think subconsciously, we don't take ownership of our own goals, because honestly, then what it does is it's like, whether you did or you didn't, that's on you. And that personal responsibility, that idea of that, it can sometimes mean failure. It can sometimes mean success. But if we can keep it neutral and say, I set goals, I work to achieve goals, and that doesn't mean something about me, but I know my margins. I know that I'm personally responsible for them. I know that I have to take action in a way to achieve the goals that I have. Y'all, big things can happen. That's why part of this build sheet is level 1 customer orders. How many of y'all, if we're being honest, have never really thought about the number of level 1s you have ordering in a month? You've maybe thought about a re-rank or achieving a rank or things like that, but you've never been like, how many personal level 1s do I have? And you've never set a goal around that. We all were doing that this month. And I think it's going to impact some things in a big way. I know I have a level 1 who ordered 90 PV, and I'm going to go to her with a special for one of our new products and see if she wants to try it, because I've got a goal for personally qualified level 1s. Okay. I think that that's really important margin for us to have. I also think the other thing this build goal sheet is doing is it is taking people off of our responsibility who should have personal responsibility for their own businesses at this point, okay? What do I mean by that? Sometimes we keep people in our responsibility funnel far longer than they need to be. Maybe it's because they're not taking action in the way that they could or should. And so we think, well, as long as I keep them in my pocket of responsibility, maybe they could go further. But the reality is they're just dragging you down. So at this point, if they're not going to have their own monthly build goal sheet, hold on. I need you to stop and go sit in that chair over there or go inside. Those are your options. It's almost like we're on a live call here. If they're not going to have their own monthly build goals, at this point, they do not need to be on your sheet. There needs to be a reality that you say, they're not going to do this. And that's okay. It doesn't mean they're not going to do this at all. It maybe means they're not going to move more forward at the pace at which you expected, or they don't want the personal responsibility of their own goals, and that's okay. But y'all, what I think we're going to see is that more people do want personal responsibility for their own goals. You need to close the door. They just don't know how to do it because they haven't been told how to do it, they haven't been modeled how to do it, and they haven't been taught how to do it, okay? So, no, I need y'all to go. And so that is what we're going to see here, is that when more people take personal responsibility for more goals, well, everybody rises. Everybody rises, and everybody takes responsibility for their own things. Kind of like we talked about in customer care, where we were so rigorous trying to micromanage everything, where it was like, oh my gosh, I forgot step 10, that's why they quit. And it's like, no, that's not why they quit. We do the same thing with business builders. And so by just teaching people from the beginning personal responsibility, let me help you set your goals, let me help you plan the events you need to achieve them. We can absolutely partner together in that, y'all. But let me partner with you to plan the events. Let me make sure you have a posting plan to achieve the goals you have. Let me help you make sure you have all the things you need to achieve the goals you have. That way, if I have a vacation or if something happens in my life and I have to take my foot off the gas, my teammates have all the tools they need to achieve the goals they have. It's not on me. And y'all, I think that is what we're going to see here. And I'm really, really excited for it. So what else do you need to know this month? If you haven't done your monthly build goals, y'all, that's where you got to start. So I want you to tell us in the chat, do you know your goals this month? And do you have things planned that you need to achieve the goals that you have? Have you helped people on your team set monthly build goals? Utilize the things we have in place, y'all. We have this active slim combo where you literally get a free bag of active with the purchase of slim and 2 active. It's actually cheaper than that. It's $131. If you were to log into your virtual office and go buy slim and a twin pack of active, you would pay $137. You're getting a slim and 3 bags of active and a mason jar for $131. Y'all, that is huge. If you haven't told your customers about it, you're missing out, okay? Utilize that to get your level 1s. Detox challenge starts Monday. People can jump in whenever, okay? They don't have to be in it for the whole group, but do you have a goal for how many level 1s you want to help join the detox challenge? That would mean they're adding Restore to their order. So that's a huge thing for you to use. We're doing this detox challenge. Do you want to join me? All you have to do is add Restore to your order, okay? Y'all, utilize what we have, okay? So we've got the Restore challenge coming. Man, I'm like, I had notes before I sat down to do this. Let me think. You guys are getting to think with me. Other things we have coming, there's going to be a webinar. It's a Friday lunch and learn. I'm going to send more details about that later. My typical monthly business webinar, we're going to do in a lunch and learn style. So that's going to be on a Friday. I think it's next Friday, a week from today, that we're going to do that. Yep. And so stay tuned for that. But also I want you to think if you need to have your own webinar, y'all. Some of your business prospects may not want to hear me. They may want to hear you. So just really consider. I know we've got some in-person events happening. We've got an in-person event in Dallas. I know that some of that's coming. Again, what are the things you need to do to achieve the goals that you have? What are the things your team needs to do to achieve the goals that they have? We do a lot together, but there are things that you're going to have to break out and do on your own to achieve the goals you have. Okay? You see how this works? Okay, what else? Ooh. I think that's kind of it. That's really what I wanted to talk about. Customer care, y'all. Still continue to make sure your customers are getting the things that they need to see the best results. Have them on your calendar at least once a week to check in on them, ask good questions, make sure they have their subset for this month to get the best results again by staying consistent on the products. Make sure you're bringing people in with the expectation of 90 to 120 days on the products. Help them see that. And y'all, I really think we're going to do some incredible things this month. I really do. I think this is how it's done. I've been talking to some different leaders about the way we're setting goals this month, and y'all, I mean, they're like mind blown. They're like, Tracy, this makes so much sense. Why have we not been doing this? And I'm like, right? Like we've been kind of doing it, but not in this way where it's this like personal responsibility type thing, man. Whew. Friction, personal responsibility. We got some words we're using here. But I'm just so proud of each and every one of you all. It's the 5th of the month. Last I looked, we had 12 enrollments, all spread through different people who are working hard to achieve the goals they have. Remember, the Ninja Creamy, incredible, enroll 4, help somebody go silver, enroll 4, retain 3 from last month. That's how you're going to earn it. I really want to encourage y'all to continue doing 2 to 3 business asks a day, voice memos to people, because as you see on that build sheet, you want to be helping 3 to 4 new people share a month. 2 people you're helping to go silver, 2 people you want to shout you out in a post who are loving the products. That's going to be the goal. Every month we want to be helping 4 new people share. So if you don't have that right now, if this conversation of helping somebody else have their own sheet took somebody off your sheet that you had on there, like that's really good. It frees you up to help more people. We're going to be doing weekly check-ins. We're going to be doing daily IPA check-ins. We're going to start that Monday here in this chat. So find the IPA you want to do. A few that I love, I'll share below. The winning day, I love just a simple 5-3-1 IPA sheet. I love the walk, run, sprint sheet. But basically it comes to this. Are you having confident conversations about Plexus and the opportunity? If you are, you're doing something right. If you're not, that's where you need to make some shifts. So 4 enrollments this month. I believe every single person in here can do that. And I think Peyton just came out here to tell you all goodbye.
But Mom, can I do a pancake game on Nana's phone?
You may. He wants to play the pancake game on Nana's phone. Well, screen rules are very different when your grandparents are involved. So we're having fun. We're going to go to the pool. We're going to have a blast. I want you guys to be present with your family. And I want you to know this. This business is really the hardest thing I've done. It's the hardest thing I've done. Not many jobs do you have to have personal responsibility. It's also been the most rewarding. And one of the things that I have loved at every step of the way is I just have to remind myself, light and easy. It should feel light and easy. There are things I'm going to have to grow through. There are things I'm going to have to push through. There are lessons I'm going to learn along the way. If you're struggling with retention or you're struggling with duplication, like there are lessons you're going to have to learn along the way. But light and easy, y'all. This should feel light and easy. It shouldn't feel heavy and burdensome. It shouldn't feel weighting you down and stressing you out and causing friction in your marriage and causing friction in your family. Like, that's not why we're here. And so if that's where you're at right now, I want you to message me because I want to talk you through it. I know I've been there. I've been at the points where this business has caused friction in my family. I've been at the points where this business has felt like a load that was about to crush me. I've been at all of those places. And what I can tell you is this. There is a way to do this that feels like life. It feels like abundance. It feels like understanding that you are where you are for a reason. And if you're not where you want to be, that just means you need to grow. A lot of times it's right here and right here. And the best part about that is you get to control that. You get to control where you're willing to grow. And y'all, I'm so proud of each and every one of you. I'm so excited for what else is coming this summer. Big things on this team, y'all. I have no doubt. And I can't wait to do it and celebrate with you all.